Hello, everybody, and thanks for remembering Earth Week. I hope everybody is safe and keeping physically distant, washing your hands, and using a mask. And I do want to remind you about the importance of thinking about reducing your plastics use during this Earth Week and forward. Naturally, plastics affect everything, our planet, our bodies, the environment, and we want to make sure we remember to make better choices. You know, plastics are everywhere. If you think about plastics, they are cheap, they're easy to get, they're lightweight, they're quick to produce, they're very versatile, so that's why we see them everywhere. We wear them, they're on our floors, they're on our windows, doors, and furniture. Now, about 6 years ago, by 2014, there were 100 billion plastic bottles made and about 5 trillion globally. Where are all of those going to go? And it has not really started to level off yet. We want to flatten the curve of COVID, but we also want to flatten this plastics curve as well. Now, about 50% of plastics are for single use and they get tossed out. Plastic bag laws and things of that nature are helping, but it's still a big problem. Now, don't forget what we're worried about is plastics really don't go away. They micronize, they become like little microbes, and these effects of plastics are going to make us sick. Now, there have been about 8.3 billion tons of plastic made since 1950, and really only 9% get recycled and 80% go to landfill. And it can take up to 500 to 1,000 years for that plastic to degrade. And so much of that ends up in the water and in lakes and rivers and things like that. In fact, the Orb group has done studies and found that there are plastic residues, plastic fibers in so much of our tap water, 83% worldwide, 94% in America, 76% in Indonesia. Please make sure you're using a really good water filter to get those microplastics out of your water. I gotta tell you, testing bottled water, plastic water bottles, aren't that better. You know, Aquafina, Aqua, all of these, Poland Spring, have found to have some plastic residue in them. The best thing I can tell you is get a good water filter. Now again, these microplastics, as we drink the water, get into our body. Things like phthalates disrupt hormones and have been shown to have reproductive harm for baby boys. PVC, you know all of that, is the number 3 component in plastics and is linked to cancer. BPA and MPAS, which are chemicals in plastics, disrupt hormones and are linked to cancer, early puberty, and infertility. And don't forget, breathing in dirty air, like the dirty air made by a factory from air pollution, is also affecting our health and contributing to asthma. So Quogue people, what do these endocrine disrupting chemicals do? They decrease sperm count, lower IQ, increase cancer rates, diabetes, obesity, and all these are important risk factors to think about when you take a drink from that plastic water bottle. The CDC found BPA in most urine samples taken in people over the age of 6. That was back in 2004. Again, plastics are everywhere. They affect our hormones, they increase cancer rate, they affect our IQ. I'd encourage you during your quarantine to watch the movie Albatross about how plastics affect animals even far away from civilization. And thank you for listening to this plastics talk. Remember to decrease your plastics use, and we'll see you after the quarantine. I've got a great plastics lecture planned for the Wildlife Refuge.